everyone, I just missed my train, so why don't I find a spot and tell you a thing. Welcome back to Onyx Pages. I'm in Jerry on my morning commute. This is how we do. So right now I am reading A Blade So Black by L.L. McKinney. A Blade So Black is an Alice in Wonderland retelling where the main character is Allison, who is a queer black woman, and she ends up, her father has recently died, so she's grieving. She lives with her mom. She's in high school, and she learns something about the power of grief and finds herself in Wonderland. So most of the book takes place in Wonderland, and it's actually really interesting. I read and watched Alice in Wonderland a very long time ago, so I actually had to re-watch it in order to remind myself of the story. And it's really great how L.L. McKinney sprinkles little bits of the traditional and original story in this retelling. So I'm enjoying it. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm almost done. I have about 60 pages left. On the chatty side of things, I'm irritated with Variety magazine and potentially with Michelle Obama because I found out yesterday on Twitter that there's going to be a discussion between Michelle Obama and 7 handpicked booktubers, most of whom are white, and this is sort of similar to what we saw with the New York Times, where when big news media conglomerates find out about Booktube, they tend to focus on those booktubers who have benefited from their whiteness by getting a lot of subscriptions to their channels, which leaves out a lot of smaller booktubers. And even though the reason that they might have been left out is because they're smaller booktubers and they don't have over 100,000 subscribers, because of the way systemic discrimination and racism works in Booktube and on all social media platforms, that disproportionately disenfranchises black booktubers. So what has ended up happening, like what happened in New York Times, though a little bit different, is that most of the black booktubers who have actually read Michelle Obama's Becoming, and as soon as it came out and reviewed it and gushed about it, many of them are actually not on that list and won't have the opportunity to meet her. But if you think about it from the perspective of everything that Michelle Obama is supposed to stand for, and all the diversity stuff that we hear from magazines like Variety, you'd think that they would focus on those most deserving of having that opportunity to connect with her, to talk to her about her life, and to upload a video that has thumbnails of them engaging with Michelle Obama. Like, those are the people who actually deserve it. So irritated by that, fatigued by that, and my hands are cold, so I'm gonna just turn this off and go to work. Anyway, have a great day. Enjoy your reading. Bye. So there's one more thing I want to show you. I'm walking in Union Station in downtown Toronto, which is where you can catch trains to a bunch of different places. You can get onto the metro, as we call it, the subway. But anyway, for Black History Month, they had this great display of Afrofuturistic images. So I'm just going to turn the camera around and show you what I get to see almost every day. Isn't this cool? So that's Janelle Monáe. And then there's Erykah Badu. And it says, "When did we forget that subtle motion creates universes?" So the Janelle Monáe piece is called Django Jane, and then the one on the right is called Baduism. And then on the next panel, we have this piece, which is called I Can't Let You In, I Can't Let You Win. And then on the right, we have Viola Desmond. I'll tell you who she is at some point. And then it says, "Palms press into clay, hitting the pressure points of our ancestors. They sing inside my head." And then this piece is called Mother's Day, which I think is really beautiful. And then on the top it says, "That's how I know they feel it. They spill words here and there. That's how I know they feel it." And then we've got, for better or for worse, a piece called MLH. And this collection is called 1,000 Paths Home by Adeyemi Adegbesan. Afrofuturism is a growing cultural movement that speaks to Black identity from a unique perspective, one that imagines the Black experience in non-traditional narratives, free from the stereotypes and restrictions that are often attached to Black culture in mainstream depictions. These digital artworks borrow from pop culture, African adornment, and mystical surrealism to cast contemporary artists and one Canadian historical figure from both an ancient and futuristic perspective. Commissioned for Union's Connection exhibit at Ayame Agbezan, Viola Desmond piece depicts the Canadian civil rights icon now gracing the $10 bill, draped in royal gold and majestic violet flowers. Surrounded by other Afrofuturist icons, Erykah Badu, Janelle Monáe, and Lauryn Hill, she shines as an example of what happens when we strive for justice and empowerment of future generations. So the exhibit was curated by Juan Lucas, and the work appears courtesy of Artworks Consulting. So, oh, and the pieces of the poem that you saw are from a poem called They Feel It by Allison Lee. So this is the exhibit, and it's been up for all of February, so I guess it's going to be coming down at some point. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed that. Oh, there's another exhibit that you can see, but I don't want to get people in the video. So anyway, that is it. Now I'm going to go to work. Have a really good day, and I hope that you enjoyed Black History Month. For those of you who are grieving our return back to the month of March, and the month of non-Black history, I feel ya. See you later.